Hello everyone and welcome to Moose Now.
My name is Ethan Tremblay.
And my name is Sean O'Malley.
We are back again to bring you the latest news for this week's episode. Let's jump right into the events for this week.
Do you like to watch movies? How about inspirational movies? I really hope so because Film at UU will be showing When the Storm Fades.
This film follows a well-known, international young Canadian couple who uses their real-life experiences and memories of the Pablo family who survived the disaster to assist a family in the Philippines.
In the recovery from the 2013 Sawyer Typhoon Haiyan on March 3rd from 7:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. in the McFarland Auditorium.
With the recent news I'm sure we all heard about between Ukraine and Russia, students should be cautious of their online activity. Let's head to reporter Leola Beck for some helpful tips.
Always check the source and physically confirm with the person that sent you an email or text message that the instruction is correct. Director of Northeast Cybersecurity and Forensics Center at Utica University, Tony Martino, shared with us the best practices to staying safe online.
Use strong passwords on all of your accounts. Use unique passwords on all of your accounts. Don't use the same password at the university that you are using on your online banking app or on your social media, etc. Should one of those entities be compromised, you don't want to give someone access to all of them.
Martino says to keep all passwords in a secure location. Whether it's in a notebook written down or in an app on your phone, he suggests LastPass, Keeper, and any common app made by a reputable company that can be found in the App Store. In addition to your continued efforts to keep your information safe, Tony let us know of the efforts Utica University is putting in to add the overall security against hackers.
Training that everyone goes through on identifying phishing and identifying malicious emails and things like that. Also requiring password rotation, where passwords are required to be changed on a frequency. Those are really kind of the foundation of good cybersecurity practices, making sure that users stay aware of current threats and have it at the front of their mind, and that passwords do get changed frequently, so that if a password were to be compromised, it will not give an attacker long-term persistent access.
Some of the hidden blockers the college has on prematurely are antivirus, anti-malware, and maybe some restrictions that we don't all love.
Sometimes it makes our user experience a little more cumbersome, but makes the university as a whole more secure.
Martino says the main theme students should remember is to be vigilant and wary of responding to emails and text messages that could be a scam. It is not just hackers attacking large databases. The reality is most attacks are relatively simplistic, and the most effective start with the individual user. If you see anything suspicious, get help fast. If you are on a university device, contact IITS. For your personal devices, shut it down immediately and get help. Reporting for UticaTV, I'm Leola Beck.
Now, are you a sucker for sweets?
I am.
When you hear the word treat, do you think of cookies, ice cream, and snacks?
Do you prefer your cookies with chocolate chips in them? If that's the case, you are in for a treat. All students are invited to a sweet treat celebration hosted by the resident assistants.
Stop over on March 2nd if you have some free time to mingle and enjoy some goodies and talk about college life with other students from 8:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. in the Pioneer Village Community Building, which will be open to the public.
The Pioneer Players and Theaters Club are hosting auditions for the cabaret.
This year's cabaret theme is titled Once Upon a Time, and students are encouraged to audition with a Disney song they would plan to sing for the cabaret.
Cabaret auditions will be held this Sunday in the Library Concourse L105 from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. And this year's cabaret performance is scheduled for March 19th at 7 p.m. in the Strebel Auditorium.
Get ready to learn more about the topics that you are interested in most. Join the Asa Gray Biological Society and the School of Arts and Sciences for the Asa Gray Seminar.
This engaging lecture will give the students the opportunity to talk with Dr. Jennifer Liu from West Virginia University. She will focus her talk on descriptions of circadian rhythms light at night and thrombolytic therapy during ischemic stroke intervention.
This seminar will take place on March 2nd at 12:30. It is completely virtual, and the link can be found on PioHub under the Events tab.
Utica's campus program board is hosting 2 sessions of goat yoga on March 4th.
These sessions will run from noon to 1:15 p.m. in our first-come, first-served basis, and sign-ups are on PioHub. And don't worry, mats are available.
Come down to the library concourse to participate in this unique exercise.
Does the midsummer slump get you down? Excuse me, sorry. Does the mid-semester slump get you down? Don't worry, student support services are here to help.
And what better way to raise your spirits than with a game night? Join members Wednesday, March 2nd at 6 p.m. for a night filled with fun.
Games scheduled to play are poker, sevens, and students can even bring their own favorite games. This event will be held in the trio offices located in Hubbard 112, the famous fishbowl offices.
Let's head to Corinne and Brianna for this week's weather update.
Pioneers, my name is Brianna Ajay and I'm behind Strebel right now. And with me, I'm with Alpha Chi Rho. Right now, they're doing a deep freeze event and to benefit the American Cancer Society. The temperature right now is 33 degrees, and for the rest of the weather for this week, let's head over to Corinne in the studio.
Thanks, Brianna. Hello, Utica students. As always, my name is Corinne Bush, and I'm here to deliver this week's weather. Today, we are expected to get mixed flurries, a combination of snow and rain. We have a high of 39, a low of 21. Tomorrow, it is expected to be sunny. We have a high of 34 and a low of 17. Thursday, it's going to be a cold one with our high of 21 and a low of 0. Compared to the rest of the week, Thursday will feel like we're going backwards. But don't worry, Friday is giving us a high of 26, a low of 10. Saturday is kind of like our recovery day. It'll be a high of 35, a low of 28, and when you look up in the sky, you might see some clouds, but the sun might not come out too much. Sunday, the sky will be leaking. We have a high of 49, a low of 37, and we're supposed to get a lot of rain on Sunday. Monday, the rain continues with a high of 46. A low will just be above freezing with 32 degrees. That's all the weather I have for you this week. For your countdown to spring, we have just 19 days left. I was surprised when I looked at it, so you should be too. It's almost here. And by these temperatures, I am positive spring will be arriving on time. Back to you.
Thank you. I can't wait to see the increasing temperatures in the coming weeks.
A good way to relax after a few morning classes is to come down to a Jackson Hour Lunch Series event.
This week, the School of Arts and Sciences will be hosting the Hamilton College Saxophone Ensemble.
Come and enjoy a bit of soothing music in the library concourse on Wednesday, March 2nd from 12:30 to 1:30 p.m.
March is International Women's Month. Join the Golden Z Club right here on campus for trivia night. Use this time to relax, pamper yourself, and spend time with friends.
Learn about influential women in history in PioCath on International Women's Day on March 8th. The fun is scheduled to begin at 5 p.m., but doesn't start until you show up.
Members from the Golden Z will provide snacks, creative games, self-pampering, masks for you to use or take home and enjoy in the comfort of your own space.
This is a perfect night to take a break from your midterms as well. Contact Corinne Bush at ccbush@utica.edu for more details.
Come have a conversation and leave with a friend at Banter with Ben.
Tuesdays at 2, success coach Ben Young will be at the Thurston Hall, the Hislop Auditorium.
The event will take place from 2 to 3 p.m., so don't miss out on a great conversation where you can learn about Ben and your peers.
Let's head to Ryan for an inside look at the Utica dance team.
Thanks, guys. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our second episode of Club Hub, where each week we will talk about all the exciting clubs here on campus. Sitting next to me today is Sophia, who not only works in the admissions office as a student ambassador, but is the head choreographer for the Utica dance team. Sophia, thanks for taking the time to stop by today.
Thank you for having me.
So would you mind just telling our viewers a little bit about yourself and your major, where you're from, and other things you do here on campus?
Yeah, definitely. So my name is Sophia. I am a second year in the nursing program here at Utica University. I am our head choreographer for our Utica dance team, as well as the Utica University Theater Department. And like you said, I'm a student ambassador, so I'm actually also local, and I love to stay involved on campus.
Oh, that's great. Do a lot of different things on here. Very exciting. So I've heard that for the dance team itself, it's been a relatively new development here on campus. So would you mind just telling everybody kind of the backstory behind it and how it became a club here on campus?
Yeah, definitely. So as of right now, we changed our name. We're the Utica Dance Team now. We were originally known as the Utica College Dance Company, which was founded in 2018. The dance team actually has two separate teams on it. Basically, we have our sports team and we have our competition team. So our sports team will do all the hockey games and the basketball, both men and women's, and then we have our competition team, which will actually go out and we'll compete against different colleges, universities, in other areas. We were originally actually going to do two. We had two lined up, but due to COVID still being a little bit restrictive, we don't have those, but we're really excited and we're definitely going to be starting those up in 2022.
Well, that's definitely exciting that you guys, I never realized you have for both separate facets of it, to have the sports aspect and then and just for competition wise as well. It's really cool to have both of those. So you seem like that you're very much involved in the Utica University community. How do you keep that involvement, like for membership wise or just other events that are on campus?
So with other events, we actually have Relay for Life coming up in the spring, so we're super excited about that, and we're hoping to find some more events that we can get ourselves involved with the community, because it's definitely a really nice way to both get our name out there, but also help our university out with like different events, and if they need people, it's just an awesome way to like collab with everyone.
Definitely, and you had mentioned about the competition aspect of it. So if you could just describe a little more kind of like what those competitions are like. I know you were saying with COVID, it's been a little hard just trying to have those, but yeah, just to explain what those are like.
Yeah, so with competition, some things might be a little different now, but normally a competition, we could either hold one at the university, or we could even go, we planned on going to other colleges. A bunch of schools would come to the competition, and it would essentially be like, say, like a hockey game, but multiple different schools up against each other competing. And it really is a great thing, because not only we're not just rivals or anything, we actually have great bonds and friendships with those other colleges, which is such an awesome thing to be able to have, especially being still sort of new in a sense, the dance company, the dance team. But it's a great way, I say, to, like we were saying, with like just like even the school and creating a great community, and even possibly being able to build up to bigger things, not even just being a club, even possibly being a sport.
Yeah, it's exciting to have, like you said, for that good community involvement, especially too when you're going against other schools, to have that bond as well. Because it's not only just that they're your competitors, like you said, but you can also build some pretty cool friendships there. So is there anything else that is new that is coming up, or like if you have any upcoming fundraisers or anything like that?
So as of right now, actually today is our last day for the Krispy Kreme fundraiser. We are looking at some other sort of fundraisers that are going to be lined up, so definitely stay tuned for that. And you can always check it out on like our Instagram page or anything like that. But we're starting to do some new things. We might do some bottle drives. And yeah, so we're probably going to line those up, so just stay tuned for those.
Exciting. So how about for membership wise, is there any way that if somebody wanted to join the team or join the club, is there anybody that specifically they could contact, or what would that be?
Yeah, so you could, if anyone were interested in the Utica dance team, they could come to any of us eBoard members. All of our information is actually up on PioHub. But if people don't have access to PioHub, they could actually just go right onto our Instagram. It's at Utica Dance Team. We actually have all of our other social medias, like our TikTok, our Facebook lined up on there. So even if they wanted to DM the page, they could totally do that. And then, yeah, get some information, because once we will audition again in our next semester, next year. And with that, like when you were asking about like the dance team and the two things, the way we do it is we'll have our auditions like the first kind of week to get that out of the way for the students, because we know that everyone's super busy with classes. And we have them audition for the dance team in general. And then if they make it, once they make it for the dance team, they can actually try out for the competition team, which is just such an awesome thing, I think.
Oh, exactly. And then one last thing. So do you have to have a dance background to join? Are you open for anyone for all experience levels, or what do you have?
We're open for anyone to come on. If you have dance experience or anything else, that's great. That's super awesome. We love to hear people have experience and a passion for dance and all that good stuff. But if you don't, and you're just looking to possibly do something and maybe like kind of do it a little more, say either not even on the competitive side, but on that like team-oriented side, just to have like a good community and like people to be able to bond with about things that you're interested in, we're definitely open to whoever.
Oh, exciting. Good to hear for that. Well, thanks again for taking the time to come here, and hopefully you guys have even more for membership-wise in the coming semesters ahead.
Yeah.
Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Ryan. And that's all the news we have for you this week. To stay up to date with all that's going on around campus, check PioHub frequently, as well as the Daily Morning Mention emails.
If you have an event you would like us to preview or recap for you, please let us know. Direct all requests to Francis Trevino, or stop by our studio location in the basement of the Faculty Center.
Until next week, don't forget to
Fear the moose.